Hey guys, it's Ashley here of Stacks in the City, and I want to say hello and welcome and thank you guys so much for listening and paying attention and your comments and subscribing and everything. You guys, it means so much to me, and it's so great that we are all contributing to the financial independence movement, to the personal finance movement. And of course, if you haven't already, you guys, please subscribe and comment and let me know exactly what you guys are thinking about the videos that I'm coming out with, as well as any other ideas that you have. Now, you guys, today we're going to be talking about my top 5-ish tips that I have for a recent college graduate when it comes to getting their money right and getting their finances together. I do remember what it felt like to be a 22-year-old who is just starting out in college. I had nothing but a Honda Civic full of dreams and hopes and faith and a little bit of clothes. And even though my journey in DC did not turn out the way I thought it would, it actually turned out so much better than I could have ever possibly imagined, because now I get to talk to you guys about my favorite subject. However, as a 28-year-old, I do see the damage of and the consequences of what can happen if you're not financially savvy in your early 20s, or if you're not intentional about where your money is going when you're first starting off in this wonderful journey called adulthood. So I want to share with you guys what you all can do now to get your money right. And y'all, these tips are particularly for my college folks out there, but I mean, if you're 50, 100, throwback, comebacks, old school, new school, they can definitely work for you too. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, tip numero uno, is to get your college life right, is to start building credit. Start building credit as soon as you all can. When I was 21-ish, I opened up a Macy's credit card, and only with the purpose of building credit. So I would get a candy bar there every month, and I would spend the $2, but at the counter, right after I made the purchase, I would pay for that purchase in cash or using my debit card. So that way I was able to quickly build credit while using a minimal amount of money. So I definitely recommend that you all do that too. Start building credit any way that you can, whether it be through having a car, which, if you need a car, definitely do that through your car. Make sure it's in your name. Opening up a credit card, you can do a secure credit card, pay one bill on it. One bill. You guys, this is how you're going to start having homes, becoming homeowners sooner. This is how you're going to start owning your own businesses sooner. This is how you're actually going to start living the life that you're supposed to be living. So work hard to build credit as soon as possible. Tip number 2 is to start paying your student loan debt twice a month. So let's say that you do have student loans. Instead of paying, let's say your payment is $1,000. Instead of it being $1,000, you could pay $500 every 2 weeks. I honestly don't really know how this works, but it's something with the amortization. Again, don't ask the details to it, but long story short, it will break up the interest payments per day, and it will actually reduce the life of your loan just by making those payments, breaking them up twice a month. I'm actually doing this with my house right now, with one of my mortgages for my condo that I own, and it's shaving off 7 years off of my loan, off of a 30-year loan. So yeah, guys, definitely get on that. And please pay your loans too. I have some people who have been deferring. I have friends who have deferred. I have friends who haven't paid at all yet. They're scared to pay. You all, those loans ain't going nowhere just because you ain't looking at them. You better look at them and start paying for them, even if it's the minimum. Feel free to call the loaner people. They work with you. All they want is their money. So even if it's a little bit, they'll work with you because the interest is a beast. So they don't care. They're always gonna be getting money out of you, which sounds really bad, but definitely pay those loans. Tip number 3 is to get a side job, a side hustle, something to do to get this money on the side. I've been working 2 jobs for as long as I can remember. It's only to even honestly, y'all, even with this, I feel like I'm working multiple jobs, but I highly recommend getting 2 jobs. You all, most of us are having 9-to-5 jobs. I started working on Capitol Hill. I had a 9-to-5 job. 3 days a week I worked at Founding Farmers on the side, getting extra money. That added $20,000 to my income for that year. $20,000 extra dollars working 3 days a week. So you may not necessarily have to work as I worked there like another 30 hours there. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with getting a side job, you all. That will, even if it's minimum wage. And when I first moved to DC, Instacart and Uber and like Airbnb weren't really as popular as they are now. So there's so many other ways to contribute to the gig economy. You all, money is really easy to come by if you're able to seek it and work for it. Tip number 3, hold off. Hold off. One of the biggest mistakes I see people doing is using credit cards to purchase furniture, to purchase trips, to purchase anything. I've seen it so much. I even see it now as a person in my late 20s. You all just wait. When you turn 22, when I was 22, you really want to feel like an adult. And part of feeling like an adult meant to have a beautifully furnished apartment, having a great first apartment, living by yourself, having like all of that. Those things are, I'm not gonna lie, those things are important. I want a nice home. I wanted really nice furniture. I want a beautiful home that people will want to come to and cocktail in and all that fun stuff. But it's not worth the cost of my financial literacy, my financial know-how, my financial freedom. I lived in someone's bed for like 2 weeks when I first moved here. And then I waited, it was like a month or so before I actually purchased a bed because I saved my money to buy the bed. Tip number 5 is to understand your 401k or whatever your retirement plan is. So one issue I've always had about people when they talk about benefits is that they know that there's benefits, but they don't understand what benefits mean. They got good benefits. What are the good benefits? You're still paying out of pocket for healthcare. You don't understand your 401k. You're not contributing to your 401k. So how can the benefits be good if you're still slaving your way to the desk? Understand that 401k plan and start contributing to that as soon as possible. Your employer has an HR person that should be able to explain it to you. But what you need to be doing is just putting away, even if it's $20, $30 a month away to your retirement plan, and you'll see that money grow. That's it. Just start putting money away as soon as possible, even if you do have some debt. Because the benefit is your employer should be putting money in that for you as well. They're putting free money in there for you. That's how the 401k plan works in theory. I did it ASAP. I worked on Capitol Hill for 1 year and I had like $4,500 in there. 1 year of working and I didn't even do anything. That's the kind of money that we want to be making, y'all. The kind of money where you're not doing anything and you're getting money for it. You know what I'm saying? All right. And my tip is to make decisions for you. Make decisions for yourself, not for other people, not to please people, not to appease others. One of the biggest financial mistakes that people make is feeling the need to keep up with the Joneses, to keep up with the people beside them, to get another drink, to order another round, to go on these fancy trips, to Instagram this and that. Again, you all, when I first graduated, Instagram was not as big of a thing as it is now, but I do still remember feeling the need to look a certain way, to have the best hair, to have the best weaves, to this. You all, it's never worth it because these people broke too and they're not over here trying to get this money proper. All right, guys, so these are my tips. Do you guys have any other tips for college grads? These are the big ones I can think of. Y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments as always because I know y'all got something to say. And I will talk to y'all soon. Stay fabulous, stay paid, get this money. I'll see y'all soon.